The
I don't
only
know
one
who
you can
needs to
blame is
hear
yourself.
this,
Follow me on
but he was
Podcast
going to say it.
Spotify.
The only one you got to blame is yourself. So let me elaborate on that. The only one you need to blame is yourself. If something's not going right in your life, stop blaming everybody else for your choices and your decisions. So we have a tendency, like my last podcast, what it indicated was doing some self-reflecting, looking in that mirror and holding yourself accountable. Let me use me for an example, okay? I was married once upon a time, believe it or not, right? That was so long ago. I was married, and even though there was infidelity, some domestic abuse, lies that were being told, I can't really blame that person for being who they were, right? We have a tendency to blame everybody else for why our lives are the way that they are today, instead of holding ourselves accountable and looking in the mirror and saying, this person only did what they did because we allowed them to, right? If I allowed you to come into my house and eat up all my food, are you really the one to blame? No, actually, I'm the one to blame because I let you in. I said, hey, help yourself. Su casa, what's the saying? My house is your house, right? So now all my food is gone and I'm blaming you for that. No, let's be genuinely real about what I am saying. So today, what we're going to do today is let's reflect and think about a time where we know we messed up, right? People are quick to blame you for what you do wrong, right? So let's think about a time where we know we messed up and what did we do to, one, make it right? Two, did we hold ourselves accountable? Three, were we responsible for what we did? And we probably weren't, because reality tells us that it's just easy to blame someone else. So I'm going to point the finger, and what did they say? You got three fingers pointing back at you. 1, 2, 3. They're pointing back at me. I'm pointing the finger at you, but there's three pointing back at me. So in anything that you do in life, right? No one can do anything that you don't allow or permit them to do. So stop blaming others. Blame yourself. If you're in a job where you're not happy, blame yourself. If you're in a relationship where you're not happy, blame yourself. So this is a moment where we can actually take the time to self-reflect and say, you know what? I don't like where I work. I don't like my friends. I don't like my relationship. Hell, I don't even like my kids. But at the end of the day, no, I'm not saying I don't. Hold on, let me caveat that. I'm not saying that I don't like my kids. I love my kids. They're absolutely amazing, and I thank God for them every single day. I'm not going to segue. But at the end of the day, for those kids, for my friends, for my situation, my current place in life, I can only blame myself because of the choices I made. What have I allowed to go on and happen in my life? I can't blame anybody else for that. Why are we so quick to blame everybody else? Why? Please, if you have an answer, I would like to hear it. Why are we so quick to blame everybody else? So, did you, yesterday, I asked, or my last podcast, I asked to look in the mirror. And if you don't like that person that you see, did you do anything about it? One, did you stop and smile at somebody because they are contagious? It made you feel good if you did it. If you actually did the work and you stopped and smiled at somebody, just for that little moment, you actually brought yourself some self-satisfaction, some joy. You can't deny it because it's actually true. You know why? Because I thought it, I worked it. That's what I said. You got to think it, live it, breathe it. and work it, right? So with that being said, in today's podcast, I'm saying, like, stop blaming everybody else for where you're at today. That even means me. Like, I was like, do I really want to talk about this topic? Because I did my self-reflecting and am I going to blame myself? I'm going to blame myself. As hard as it is for me to do it, I have to blame myself. I'm in the situation that I'm in because of the choices that I made. Now, let me also let you know what kind of situation I'm in. I'm actually very happy. First time in my life, and at 49 years, for those that know, I just turned 49. It's been a couple of weeks now. I've been 49 for a couple of weeks. And in that time, I could tell you that I've been doing a lot of self-reflecting, because when you think about it, 49 years, it sounds like a long time, but it really isn't. Because when I look back at my life, and I'm just like, wow, 49 years has already passed. So now how do I want to live the next 49 years, right? I'm at a place in my life because of the decisions and the choices that I've made where I'm actually happy for no reason. I actually get up and I'm singing throughout the day, and I bring that energy to my coworkers, and my office environment is great. I get told every day that I can't wait to come to work. I rush to work. They're happy to be at work. That's actually a good thing, right? So I'm in a place in my life because of the decisions that I made. I'm happy. I have a peace of mind. I have money in the bank, you know? But I haven't always been this way. And that's the reality of it. I haven't always been this way. I haven't always been happy. So what I did is I took a step back. I did my self-reflecting. And I said, I am the only one I can blame. Have you done that yet? Have you stopped blaming everybody else and blamed yourself? If you have, it's not too late to rectify it, right? Because it's another day. So let's wake up tomorrow. Let's do it today, though. Self-reflecting. Remember a time where that choice and that decision that you made landed you in a world of whatever it landed you in. And real at that moment, you were blaming this person, that person, everybody else but you. Remember the three fingers, but you. So blame yourself. You would be amazed at how refreshing and how freeing that is when you take accountability for what you've done and the choices that you've made in your life. And now going forward, knowing this information, you're actually going to choose better. You're going to decide better. You're going to let better people in your life. Hey, I don't know who needed to hear this, but Kiwi said it. So blame yourself and start your day off with a whole new clean slate. Have a great evening. If you haven't already done so, smile at someone because they are contagious. And remember, the energy we put out is the energy received. So continue to give that positive energy. Until next time.